This morning, we are in the middle of the Lorenzo Vineyard, which is smack dab in the middle of the Russian River Valley, the Santa Rosa floodplain. This vineyard was planted by John and Phyllis Bazzano in the early 1970s and has been farmed by then ever since. What makes this different or special from other vineyards is the fact, firstly, that this is one of the oldest Chardonnay vineyards in the Russian River Valley. It's only 10 acres, it's only Chardonnay, and it's been farmed for the last 40 years by the same family. I'd like to introduce you all now to John Bazzano, who planted this place and has been farming it now for pretty close to 40 years.
Welcome. One of the things that really works out is we spread the fruit load out. They're further apart, same basic crop load, maybe a little bit more, but it's on forearms now, so the bunches aren't squeezed up close together.
Balanced vines make balanced wines, and this system spreads out the bud load so that each cluster is nurtured exactly the way it should be with the right amount of sunlight.
As you do this for a long time, you learn little tricks. You learn, to look at a vine and realize, okay, this vine needs this little tweaking, or, the soil is different all over this vineyard. You have to treat it differently. The vines are cropped a little bit differently based upon where they are in the vineyard. There's a lot of adjustment to the growing, and I think it's easier for me because I do a lot of this stuff. I do all the tractor work, and I'm out here when the guys are pruning and so forth. So I'm not an absentee landlord sort of grower. My hands are on this thing all the time, so it makes it a lot easier since I see these vines all summer long and all spring long.
Yep, and it really shows in the bottle too, John.
Thank you.
John, let's get out of the sun and go taste this wine we've been talking about.
That's a great idea. Let's do that.
Well, John, this is where it all kind of comes together in the glass. All the hard work that you've done and everything that we've been talking about out there. What I really get in this glass of wine, the balance from it really comes from the balance that you place upon your vines, the way those shoot tips grow just so much and then stop, and all that energy kind of refocuses into the clusters. And the way you've split that canopy out, providing great natural acidity because we can pick a little bit earlier at lower sugars, produce slightly lower alcohol, and the result is layer, balance, texture, spice, juiciness, and that all comes from the way you're farming and how you're arranging all of your grapes and clusters across your fruiting zone. Here's to all your hard work, John, and putting all this together.
Thank you very much for all your work.
Thank you.